This was supposed to be a very different reel, which I will tell you about later. In between all the shouting, pushing and my mobile suddenly flashing the "device is very hot to continue" warning, my eyes went off the race for a few seconds. When I looked up, a horse in blue had come to the front. I don't know how, but I mistook it for Margaretta. I was so confident in her that I assumed no one was going to overtake her, so I kept my focus on that horse. But it was Naughty Emperor, and we all know what actually happened. I goofed up. I get very anxious before every big race. The race courses has made the viewing experience as difficult as it could possibly get. This reel was supposed to be similar to the one I made last year at Pune race course. At times, Bangalore race course seems to have more cells than Tihar jail. But by the end of the day, none of that mattered anymore. Thank God those same cages were there. Otherwise, there could easily have been riots. I was genuinely in two minds about putting this part out, but I'm sure I love the sports and I'm here for it. Let me also make few things absolutely clear. I neither won nor lost anything in this race. I'm also not sure why the winning jockey is receiving so much hate. He was never expected to raise an objection against himself or go say, "My horse would have lost the race." Equally, it would be naive to believe that the losing jockey had control over the decisions that followed. While it may not matter, I do have a strong personal view on what happened. Not so much about the race or the incident itself, that can be debated from either horse's perspective depending on where you stand. My concern is more about how everything was managed after the race and the communication around it. In several other racing jurisdictions, it's common to see an official statement or quote issued within hours of such events. It may not convince everyone, but it at least acknowledges the concerns and shows some regards to a legitimate section of the ecosystem, that is those who places a bet however small or big. There are a few basic questions that deserve answers. If the two horses had belonged to different stables, wouldn't an objection have been raised proactively? If they had completely different ownership groups, would the response have been the same? If the trainer had been different, would an objection still not have been lodged? One last but important question: was only one combined odds quoted for both the horses before the race, so that whichever one won, everyone was expected to be happy? I really hope all involved will not fume around if similar incident happen in future from unrelated competition. Finally, I think the stewards actually amplified the controversy by calling for an enquiry, hearing the losing jockey state that his horse would have won but for the incident and then do nothing. One thing I can say with certainty is that no one truly gains in the long run from controversies like these on a significant day, especially during times like these for the sport, regardless of which side they're on. The saddest part of it all, even her own didn't stand up for Margaretta.